It was great. I'm a little sad though because like one of the songs they were known for playing, they didn't play. And like apparently uh when they're the next night or the next show, they even brought up and how he got backstage and he's like, I'm sad because I realized I didn't play Helena, like one of the biggest songs we. So like we hit the very first one.
Okay.
We didn't know it was that. We got there and like, oh yeah, this is the first one on their North American tour. We're like, holy shit, okay.
All right, we are back and we are live and we are ready to go. So we're gonna jump right into the recap. I'm gonna go back since we took a week off from this campaign here. So you guys were working on defending Olbak from a massive invasion of like almost 2,000 bodies being thrown at the city, with little to no defenses that the city could muster. Nat and Barry got some stuff from Beatrice, or Nat got something from Beatrice for Barry. You guys ended up fighting, doing as well as you possibly could. With everything involved. Kraken attacked the city, and you guys were forced to fall back, taking down several of the giants that were also attacking the city. But you guys did have to end up falling back, and as you were leaving, apparently one of the several, if not many, who knows, of the primordials was released via Roll9. Um, uh, Redrudrir, the Eternal One, or something like
Cthulhu.
that. Yeah, Cthulhu. Yeah, Cthulhu was released as you guys teleported back to Londa, and after getting to Londa and realizing that you just sent like 1,200 plus people through Tagoto's house, Tagoto was a little agitated, but you know, it is what it is. Kind of got over it, and everyone is kind of like evening time. You guys are tired as hell. Went to go take a nice long rest, and Nat kind of split off a little bit with Epiros, going around the town and helping people and stuff like that. And then Nat, I believe you camped with the Blood Axes. Epiros, where did you end up sleeping? Back at the
manse.
Manse? Okay.
Nat gave Ephoros directions to the manse.
Right. Okay, that's right. Because Ephoros, you got something when you woke up in the morning. That's right. Okay, so Barry and Calvin also went to the manse, and you guys, everyone gets a nice long rest. You guys are tired, very tired, and you wake up, and it is a nice sunny day. And the three of you that are in the manse, there's a light little on the door, and if no one gets it within time, there's just another one knocking on the door.
This isn't my house.
Yeah, this is my house. I'm not gonna open the door. I'm just gonna pretend I'm sleeping.
Okay.
I'm just gonna guess I can hear it up in the attic. And
Roll me a
just go all the
perception
way
check.
down.
You might not. Yeah, you might not. Go ahead and roll. Do the first roll. Go ahead and roll a perception check. We'll see if you roll here for the knocking.
We. That's only an 11.
That's still probably good enough. There's not a whole lot in this house to dampen the sound, so it kind of echoes a bit throughout the house. So yeah, I would say you can hear it's very light. You're just like a just knocking ever so lightly. Do you go down and answer it, or you just ignore it too?
I'll actually go and open the door.
Okay. You open the door and it opens up, and you look out, and there's no one at your eye level. And you look down, and there's a 2-foot gnomish girl wearing oh shoot, where's my thing here? Sorry, give me 1 second. She is wearing something that I don't think you guys have seen, at least not yet. I just have to get it here. She's wearing a little lapel pin on her side that just has a badger with a little star in the center of its face, and she looks up at you. Are you one of the 7?
Yes. How may I help you?
she, oh, it is so nice to meet you. Tavalier has told us so many things. Here, and she gives you a single copper. This is for saving the city. Thank you. And she scurries off.
How old is she? Is she like a kid?
She looks pretty young, but it's hard to tell with gnomes. She could be 5 or she could be 50. Or she could be 500. So yeah, Barry's just standing there holding a copper as the gnomish girl just kind of walks off. Yeah, that happens. Barry, what are you doing? We'll start with you.
I guess I still remember Zora yesterday, and I promised to go back, so I'm probably gonna go back to the inn in town.
Oh, okay. You're not waking anyone up. You're just getting going. Okay. I am okay with this. We'll do separate
Tight
things.
knit group we are.
You what?
What a tight knit group we are.
I know, right? Yeah.
I mean,
It's
what?
No, Barry. Fully understand why Barry's not taking anyone.
Yeah.
So Barry, you like look around. You don't see anyone out. You close the door. Make your way to the inn where she told you she'd be. And it's fairly early, but you walk inside and she is actually having breakfast at one of the tables. A nice glass of water sitting there, just minding her own business.
I go up to her and say, "Well, I promise you I'll tell you,
Oh,
I guess, my situation."
yes. Good morning. Yeah. Sit. So, what happened?
See, after getting caught, right? I made a deal with someone, and I sort of had to leave Ralphus to go earn some money in order to pay off this generous debt that I have accumulated.
That's very vague. Well, I mean, I guess that kind of answers questions, but how did you... Well, regardless, it's good to see you again. I did think you were dead, so, it's good to see you again. And as mad as I was, I do have to kind of thank you, too. After that day, where's my notes here? Good Lord. There we go. After that day, Perry actually turned her life around. She stopped doing all of that crazy shit that you two were always doing. I think I only got onto her maybe one other time. The entirety of the last 9 years, she ended up joining the guard. Believe it or not, in Rauthus. Can you believe that? The guard. Yeah, that. Oh, excuse me. That is something to you, Barry, because the guard has always been paid off by the guild. You'd be very aware of that. Think for those of you who aren't familiar with Rauthus, think of it like Riften from Skyrim. It's run, owned, and operated by quote unquote the guild, whatever that is. So she joined the guard, turned her life around, and yeah, I just I'm actually really glad that I get to say thank you. To be honest, have you heard anything about what's going on with the war?
I don't know why the war was really started, so if you can inform me on why.
Well, I mean, I don't really know why. I keep hearing talks about Karth attacked Sinhale and Sinhale attacked Karth, but they both pointing fingers at each other, and everyone seems to want war. I couldn't tell you, but can tell you that things have changed in Rauthus since you've been gone. The guild there it's no more. It's well, at least I don't think so. There was some guy a few months back, Denarius, Donarius. That's his name, Donarius. He's a newcomer to town. He got everyone up in a hissy about a secret guild or something. Somehow he found out, and he got everyone all angry and agitated about it. Some guild called the Yurisai. I don't really know anything about it, but I don't know. Apparently they were running the town or something. A lot of corruption. I don't know. But apparently he got everyone so uppity that he was able to get the guard to like turn the higher ups to turn on each other, and they like were fighting amongst each other, and he managed to get most of the guild caught and executed for crimes of murder. I didn't even know that was going on in the city. And if that wasn't enough, he somehow managed to convince the leaders to sign a petition of removing neutrality of Wanda. Have you ever heard such a crazy freaking story? That's a big piece of information there, Barry.
I'm like, no, I have no idea while trying to hold in my rage.
Yeah, basically. Roll me a deception check. Yeah, because that's kind of a big deal.
Where there it is. Oh, it's not as great as the other ones.
It's not as great. Uh-oh. Yeah. She says that, Barry, and you hold it together, but you're like face twitches. She kind of like looks at you for a second. It's fine. Well, I mean, that's what I heard anyway. I mean, obviously, I saw the executions. They were in the middle of freaking town. It's terrible. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, the war. I mean, after Sinhale attacked Artok, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. After Karth attacked Artok, Sinhale went after Nola, and I unfortunately happened to be in Nola at the time. I'm lucky to be alive. They had airships, and they just dropped explosives from the airships. There's not a whole lot left of Nola. Not much other than craters. A lot of people died. It was a pretty pretty big catastrophe. And she's like starts welling up tears and like getting really emotional. And like, sorry, it's been a rough few months, that's for sure. But I am glad that you're here, and I hear that you're part of some group called the Seven. So hopefully, maybe you guys can help the situation or something. I don't know. And she's like just daintily starting to like eat her food and drink again. Barry, what do you have to say about all of this?
I would be like, I don't know if we can currently help with the war right now because something else has been going on that it needs the first attention right now at least.
Something else is more important than the war?
Trust me, if I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
You could always give it a shot. Barry, roll me an insight check. You've known her for a while. I'll give you a little bit of a give on this.
24.
Yeah, you know her pretty well. She seems to be a pretty big gossip. Like she's really interested in what you are telling her. Like there's something else bigger than the war. what's going on, that sort of deal. I'm kind of trying to play under the radar a bit on it, but she's very interested in what's going on for whatever reason. So,
As,
what do you tell her?
as of right now, it's kind of confidential, and I can't say much about it right now.
Oh, okay. But that's fine. I'm sure you'll tell me when you're able to. We are we go back ways, right?
Yes.
it's
I'll tell you when
a very
I'm allowed
cautious.
to.
Yeah. So you guys have this conversation, and while this is going on, Natalia, you've kind of woken up from camp. You can hear the blood axes kind of starting to bark orders around, specifically Ira, kind of barking orders around to the other ones, like, hey, get up, let's go do the stuff. New days started. Let's go.
Standard practice would be morning drills.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go. Everyone get up. Morning drills. Let's go.
He's up for that.
There we go. Do you join in the morning drills?
Yes.
Oh,
I put it in the RP chat. She joins in for the morning drills, and then hot breakfast and coffee after that.
Beautiful.
Which
Okay.
would be when she that would be when she starts catching area up on everything that's been going on.
So let me ask specifically, what all do you tell her? How much?
Well-
how much of everything do you tell her? Like 100% or like 50%? 10%.
So all
Probably
the
at
10%.
breakfast, probably at breakfast, it's more like 15 to 20 because it's not just area there; it's like the whole group.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But if she gets a chance to talk more with like just area, that's kind of her mother figure. She's
Okay.
gonna tell her a lot.
Okay. So we're talking like 90 to 100% of
Yeah.
everything. Okay. So
Yeah.
she knows like everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So
I'm actually thinking about maybe writing up a little short story for that interaction.
that's fine. We can do that. We can do
Okay.
post do that. So yeah, basically you have this conversation, in-depth conversation. It takes the better part of like an hour or two. So we're not gonna delve too deep into that. But
Right.
you tell her this information, and she's got this like glower on her face almost the entire time. She's like, no, what?
Mhm.
You did what?
And then I died.
Yeah, and then I died, and then I came back. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of what's asked during that conversation. So in having this conversation, she does, well, with all that's been going on, it sounds like you need to go talk to Gramthor Needlebound. He's the leader of the North Guard, up in Tolkeg, very very far north, like super far north. Tolkeg. So on the map, if you're looking here,
What was that name again? Gramthor?
yes, it is the name is Gramthor Needlebound.
Okay.
There we go. And she is telling you, and he, just so you can see on the map here, he is up in Tolkeg, apparently. Very in middle north of the world map there. North, like way north.
Gramthor Needlebound. Okay.
All right. Yeah, so yeah, he's the leader of the North Guard. They are stationed pretty much worldwide. I'm sure there's a way we could get information. You know, we could tell him about the current plight that's happening, and we can. You know, I'm sure he could muster something to help assist with that. They are pretty robust, a lot more members than we have, but you know, we are growing still. And yeah, so you should definitely see him. And yeah, that's a crazy story. I'm glad you're alive again.
Yeah, yeah. That said, I should probably be getting back to the others in the group at the moment and see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good to know. Nat, as you're making your way back to the house, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
And what's your passive perception? Just curious. I'm asking for a
Passive
friend.
perception is 13.
13? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, why happened to roll? Okay, it looks like D&D Beyond just froze up on me.
Awesome.
There we go. That's all right. Okay.
that feels right. Nat's supposed to observe something? Okay, so I'm... As you're walking back to the house, you're like looking around, and something feels different now that you're here. It feels like eyes are on you, and you like looking around, looking at people, and every time you look at someone, it feels like they're like, and then looking away immediately, and then doing something else. But you don't see anyone like gawking at you or anything like that, and you just before you make it back to the house at the Hero's Manse in Alonda, you trip on a rock just outside, kind of like tumble to the ground and pick yourself up. And as you pick yourself up, you hear a small voice, just just to your right, and you look up. Are you okay? It's a small little gnomish girl.
Man,
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm good.
Oh my gosh! I know who you are. You're Natalia. Yeah, I know you. Tabs told us all about the 7. You're one of the 7. And
Yes.
Natalia, you can see she's wearing your emblem, a little lapel on her deal here, like on her shirt here.
Like as a brooch type thing.
Yeah, like a brooch type of deal. A little lapel attached. Yeah, she seems to be a little bit of a fan. She's like, yeah, so nice to meet you. Yeah, Tabs told us a lot of stuff about you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, bye. She like scurries off. Yeah, pick yourself up and head back to the house, where we find Epheros and Calvin. Well, before you enter the house here, Epheros, you have a great night of sleep. Things are done, things are said, and you wake up, and there is a shiny new broom next to you. Not quite sure how it got there, but seems to have made it.
that's how they work.
That is how they
Witchcraft.
work. Witchcraft.
Literally.
She's a witch.
What are you doing? Since no one, by yourself, you're in the house.
Since no one's here, I'm gonna grab my broom. I'm just gonna sit on the staircase and wait if anyone's coming back.
Oh, okay. Calvin, what are you doing?
Probably summing up the will to like go see Tagoto and help out, like with the cleaning. So like he's probably sitting wherever he was sleeping, just like, oh god, this is gonna be fucking awful.
I'm really tempted to make you roll like roll something for that. Just like, do I have the will to do this? No. But yeah. So yeah, you're sitting in there just chilling. So okay, so if you guys are just chilling, then yeah, Natalia, you open up the door and immediately you find Epheros just sitting on the stairs in front of you, holding a broom.
I'm not holding.
Oh,
It's on my back.
Oh, it's on your back. Okay. She's got a broom on her back.
Okay.
An even better picture.
Oh, good morning.
Morning.
Actually, I would be sitting on the broom and just hovering.
Oh, okay. Even better. There we go.
Hovering above the base of the stairs.
Mhm.
Doing something.
Etheros doesn't walk when she doesn't have to.
Right.
Where did that come from?
It should be from the order.
Right.
Yeah, they
You haven't had that this whole time.
they gave it to me last night, or this morning, or somewhere in between.
Oh. While you were here in the house.
Yes, they do that all the time. I don't know what they do, but whenever Everos asks for something, it happens whenever I was asleep.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, Everos stop asking, thinking too much about it. It's fine. So, what's the plan today?
Don't know yet. We'll need to get everybody up and together and decide what's going on. So, walking into the house, it's been cleaned up and it looks a lot nicer than when we left it.
Oh yeah. It's
I'm
got
probably
tab
taking
written
that
all.
in.
Yeah, it's got tab written all over it.
I do have
Okay.
a question though. Since you have a big house and a lot of refugees, should you? I mean, I'm Pharaoh's not in a position to ask for anything, but should you allow at least some of them to stay here?
That might be in the offerings. Yes, that'll be something we have to talk about.
Okay. After you, Commander.
Anyone else up and around?
Nope. Pharaohs have not seen anyone.
All right. I'm gonna wander around to various people's rooms,
Yeah.
realizing, oh wow, there's not many of us here that were originally in this house.
Although surprisingly, as you're making your way even through the first door, and I'm mad because I don't have the token anymore. As you're making your way through towards the first door here, Tab steps out of his room. Oh hey, you guys made it back.
Hello.
Oh, good lord. I hope
Tab.
Veronica knows.
Oh, she knows. She told me. She told me.
I remember.
Think
Tab.
like, yes, queen.
Good to see you.
Well, it is, isn't it? It's good to be here, and
Not sure about hearing you yet, but we'll get there.
roll me a quick insight check.
Okay. That's better.
Tab looks nervous for some reason. Like,
I can't begin to imagine why.
like real nervous for some reason. Yeah, no, yeah. So it's great you guys are back. I've been telling the town all about our adventures, and we did so many great things.
Noticed. I've also been sharing the badge too.
Well, you showed it to me. I thought it was great, and it the people love it. Haven't even made it.
You're back.
Great, great.
Yeah. Yeah. So, after we save the town. You save the town. We save the town. And, it's the least they could do. We're the little pals and stuff.
those were supposed to be membership badges, but
They-
okay.
Are membership badges. They're members of the City of the Seven. Yeah, Tab, like I said, Tab looks a little nervous.
All right.
It's possible he wasn't expecting you back since you've been gone so long.
Uh-huh.
Well,
You tied the place up nicely.
of course, we can't live in filth. It was disgusting here. I had some help moving some stuff out, and I got some new furniture in. It looks great, doesn't it? Like pointing to his like very luxurious bed. All of the other beds seem to pale in comparison. Ephoros, if you're seeing the bed, it's like way affluent sort of bed.
How much did all this cost?
Oh, it wasn't too much, little here, little there.
Okay. Noted.
So, where's Luna? Where's Vid? Where's Zoc? Where is everyone?
Yeah, about that. Seven's not exactly what it used to be. More like, I guess, 2 now?
Oh, yikes.
Unless you're counting new members. But
Oh.
even that, I guess, isn't exactly official. Things have been happening kind of quickly, so...
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I actually kind of like those 3.
Well, Luno's passed on. Zoc and Vid decided they had other things they needed to do, so they've gone their own ways.
I'm gonna continue to use your insight check. Tab seems to be holding back some tears for Luno's death. He's pretty hurt by that, but he's soldiering through that. Well,
Yeah, because Tav knew me.
yeah, Tab knew him pretty well. Well, that's really unfortunate news to receive. Have you already spoken to Godo about coming back and everything that's going? Actually, how did you guys make it back? When did you guys get in?
Last night, specifically. We were the last ones to come through the portal from Olback.
Oh,
I'm sure you
that makes more
got
sense.
a bit of that.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I got it now. I was hearing some weird stuff, and that makes so much more sense. A lot of complaints from Tagoto yesterday about people coming through his house.
He wasn't in the best of moods when we came through, so we haven't.
Well, if we had 1,200 people traipsing through this house, I wouldn't be too happy either.
I believe that. Yes.
Very much so.
Yep. I imagine you'd probably take it worse than even Tagoto has. So.
I mean, Tagoto kind of has a chip on his shoulder, just in general, though. I'm much more happy-go-lucky.
I'm having flashbacks to a single other person using the word.
I'm having flashbacks to the bathroom scene.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, well, yeah, that's some not great news, but I'm glad the two of you survived, and Zoc and Vid are alive.
Last we knew, Vid might still be in town. He came through the portal as well.
Oh, okay. I'll have to
he's
say
his own thing.
Say hi to him. What about Zoc?
If you can find him, go for it. I have no idea where he is.
Tab like puts his fingers up. Challenge accepted. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So, I'm glad you're back. lots of stuff's been happening. I'll have to catch you guys up. I'm sure you have a lot to catch me up on. I gotta know what the Tales of the Seven have been doing. You guys have a reputation now.
Well, I've noticed.
You're welcome. Like, bows a little.
We'll see about that still.
Who is this? Pointing at Epheros.
This is... Actually, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. My name is Everos. The name. Everos is new around here. Not much to say.
Oh, she's not much of a talker, huh?
No, not like you. She was exceptionally helpful in Ulbach in that whole situation.
Aww.
So I offered her a room here since she didn't have anywhere else to go after we came through.
Okay. I gotta apologize because I told Veronica I would do the voice, so I'm gonna. This is the moment. Yes, girl, that is perfect. Yeah. There is no one like me. Anyway. Yep. So.
Okay.
Yeah. You know who that is. Anyway. So, great information, that sort of deal. You guys kind of tit-for-tat sort of deal. And I'm going to say, Calvin, you probably have come down by this time, maybe?
Probably slinking around or whatever.
Okay.
Like, oh god, I don't know what's going to happen.
Heavy
That's a
boots.
good question. You know Tagoto. Have you met Tav yet?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
No, probably not.
What are you eating?
Toast.
Oh, where do you get that? Can I have some?
Yeah.
Make it yourself.
That is a good question because you just came down the stairs and the kitchen is down here.
Yeah.
I have my ways. I'm old.
I love it. Hey, new guy. Don't get any crumbs on the furniture, please.
Person.
Do you not know who I am?
Oh dear.
No, sadly, I do not.
Oh, well, let me tell you. I'm not going to bore you guys with the whole... He starts talking about all the adventures that he had with Natalia, Zoc, Vid, Dante, all of them. He starts just going, unless someone stops him.
Does Tav lose focus on me as they're talking? They're just going about.
Oh no, he's talking.
I'm probably
he's talking at you.
Okay, because I was going to say if not, I would probably start passing out.
Yeah, no, he's talking at you, not necessarily to you, but at you.
Okay. No, I'll just let him talk.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely does that. But yeah, as far as food in the kitchen, there's plenty of food in the kitchen. Eat whatever you want. You can have your food and drink and whatnot. Tab has kept it fairly well stocked. And Tab would catch you up on a bit of what's going on with the war, outside of what you would have heard, Nat and Epheros, what you know. Apparently, Sinhale did attack Nola. There were heavy casualties. Which were forced to basically travel by foot all the way to Londo, so they are ragged to say the least. They are camped out on the north side. Meanwhile, the people from Artok that Karth had destroyed, they are on the south side of town. I'll get the map out here again. There's a pretty heavy contention between the two, since the two sides are essentially at war already. And even though they are essentially at this point refugees from their own city-states, they are at each other's throats, daily. So Tav, does great work managing the peace, keeping people, from killing each other. He's a protector. And he'd go on to boast about how he's kind of belabored how the Seven saved the city, and they're that sort of deal. Tells you that he's raised your guys' fame a bit within the town. People know the Seven, showing the badge so that they can support the Seven, that sort of deal. And it's fairly clear, just continuing to use your insight, that Tav had no expectation of you guys ever coming back to Londa.
Gotcha.
Sounds like the Seven is a bit of a superhero group.
And that's the way he makes it sound. He sure does.
Wow. I did not know that you are so big.
The Seven, the symbol.
Oh, hold on. Ha! And pulls out another little badge for you, Ephoros. Do you want one? You can certainly wear it. I mean, obviously, if Natalia's okay with it. Typical bard.
Ephoros is new here again. Ephoros doesn't think it's best to do it now. Maybe after some time and after Ephoros get the group's approval first.
Oh, well,
do you
already a bunch of people around town wearing it.
Oh, you give this out for everyone?
What?
That wasn't the original plan, but that seems to be what happened. You've at least fought alongside us. You've got more right to wear it than most.
Aw. Alright, Ephoros will take it. Yeah, I take and wear it.
Yeah, awesome. So, with all of that information going on, Barry, you've had a pretty good conversation with Sora, getting caught up and stuff like that, finding out what's going on. Barry, do you end up heading back to the Mance as well?
Yes, at this point, probably yes.
Okay. She once again thanks you for stopping by and getting the information. That sort of talking to her and catching up a bit. The one thing that you would have picked up, she kind of said, almost offhanded, even though it's a fairly big deal. She would have mentioned that the guards in Rauthis, the Rauthis guards that ended up capturing the people and executing whatever that Perry joined, ended up going to Karth. They were the whole city apparently is now a Karthian city, which in the history of that city they have never chosen a side. Second only to Londa in neutrality, always out for themselves sort of deal. This is a first as far as you're aware. Maybe a second with the first war, way back. This is a huge deal that the guards are actually been drawn into Karth, and Perry herself actually went to Karth as part of the Rauthis guards.
Boy.
Yeah, it's a big deal. This war is going to get pretty nasty.
Never take our freedom.
Yeah. See, you head back to the house where you find Tav and Nat, Ephoros, and almost passed out Calvin, sitting around the table and eating. Yeah. And Barry walks in to you guys. What do you guys say and do? I'll leave it up to you guys.
Morning, Barry.
Good morning.
You've been up and around already?
Yeah, I had to go meet someone.
Ooh.
Okay, Tab. Like, I'm just gonna say for flavor, Tab and Epiros exact same time does that.
Nat just rolls her eyes.
Anyway, feel free to put your tinfoil hat on. But Epheros has a conspiracy theory. Ooh, because Epheros been traveling a lot and have been in basically both wars now. The one on the main continent and the one with the Gruvat. Epheros think that the one that was trying to be sneaky, the Gruvat war, who was trying to be sneaky, is the main war, and everything over here is a kind of a distraction. And because Epheros think that the hidden threat is always the scarier per se, as they were trying to cut communication, cut transportation with the teleport circle, and try to isolate the northeast side. So after they absorb that side, first thing they will expand, and the closest one would be on the north side, Sin Hill, and then after Sin Hill falls, is Karth.
And all the other nations besides.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think that's tinfoil at all. I think that's exactly what's
really?
going.
If that's the case, should we inform anyone, the officials, about what we found and maybe turn their attention towards the real threat?
We can make an attempt. Don't know how much good it's going to do based on the interactions we had previously.
Oh, sounds bad.
And the Carthians and the Sinhalians don't exactly like each other. And if it's being manipulated by the Gruvat, I imagine it didn't take very much.
Also, one quick question about the mind controlling. Is there any like visible symptom for the one being controlled, or they can just blend in with the others?
Are you asking the DM?
No.
Okay.
Who's DM? I'm always in character.
I love it.
Only thing we've seen is while they're being controlled, at least in groups, they tend to be different. Not exactly.
So there's no real way to tell.
No, there's no obvious way to tell. No.
And since the last,
as far as lingering side effects, we have no idea.
It looks like we're in a pickle now, since the Gruvat, after the last battle, they can turn themselves indefinitely into anyone. So they can be anywhere in the city, and then pop, they got 10 Takens under their control.
Yep, actually.
That is very...
Natalia.
Now that you say that, I'm about to do something just because I can. Although I need to actually lock in my long rest real quick. 'Cause I
Yes,
didn't
yes.
do that.
Do that, but also Barry and Natalia, both of you roll me a insight check.
Oh, okay.
Or, a history, wisdom, something like that.
Great. Oh, shoot! I didn't say it. I didn't say it beforehand, so I won't do it.
What?
Guidance.
No. Yeah, it's fine. What about you, Barry? You can roll insight.
Insight. Okay.
Insight or history or something.
18.
Barry, this sounds oddly familiar to a specific individual that you guys are keenly aware of. What the Gruvat are doing. Or able to do, I should say. I don't know if that gives you anything or not, but that's all you're getting.
My brain's empty right now.
Brain's empty right now.
What's the race? Gith?
Get? What?
Are you talking about the Gith?
No. I'm what I'm saying is that it would remind Barry you saying that they can change into anyone, like specifically that phrase, like jogs into Barry's brain. Like that sounds really familiar to someone else that you guys are after.
Yeah, I know. I think I know what you're hinting at now.
There we go.
Okay.
Slippery.
I just remember that now.
There we go. There we go.
Are you talking about the deceiver?
Mm-hmm.
I just say that to the group.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like, or wait, no. I would say, do you think it might be the deceiver?
Good old Lizzie.
Slippery, Richard.
Follow-up question to this. Barry, do you tell him anything about the conversation that you had with Sora?
Sora from Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, totally.
Who is this Sora? What is this Kingdom Hearts?
Yes. What is this stuff you are talking about? I'm always in character. So Barry, do you actually tell him anything about that conversation, or are you keeping that internal?
I guess I should tell them that.
It's up to you. You're Barry. Save it for the opportunity.
Yeah, I'll tell them. Honestly.
Okay. So, what specifically do you tell them?
I'll tell them that Ralph probably had like the correct the guy's name. What was his name again?
Donarius.
Donarius. Okay. I'll tell him that Donarius kind of took over, basically, and then kind of what was it? Kind of signed like the peace treaty, like tried to like basically make London no longer a peaceful town and not a neutrality town, right?
Yeah, no longer. It would be no longer.
Right.
The petition that she just said was no longer allowing London to stay neutral, like perpetually.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that I think they probably are siding with Card. Wait, what?
And who is this Donarius person?
Don't know much, but I just know that they killed a guild that was
Oh.
apparently controlling the town.
Oh.
Yes, that's how I was. I guess was a part of, and yeah.
Controlling the town? The Riften or whatever the town is.
Ralphus.
Ralphus.
Yeah, Ralphus. And they kinda, I think, are siding with Karth because the guards are now stationed at Karth.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
So just so you guys have a way to pin that if you need, that's essentially what he's just told you.
Uproar. Come to find out there was a secret guild called the
Yurisai?
Irisai?
Yep.
Okay. The town that was stomped, and they were executed for their crimes of murder. And if that wasn't enough, he somehow managed to convince the leaders to sign a petition removing. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's what Barry has just told you.
Rauthus no longer considers Londa neutral territory?
Once enough. So the way. Okay, so Barry, you told that, and then Tab's gonna like follow that up a little bit with, since he's more in the political scene now, knowing the history and stuff of Londa, he's gonna basically say if enough cities sign that, yes, Londa will no longer be untouchable.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
What's the point of that? That's
If anything, it's probably a distraction.
That's great. Okay.
So
that person, Denarius, sounds very suspiciously very powerful.
Influential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, it came out of nowhere and then gained a lot of power very quickly.
Even influencing people to do very surprising things. That's not exactly criminal, but not exactly unnoticeable either in the current circumstances.
If you think this is a distraction, is it possible if this person is somehow related to the Gruvat?
It could be a possibility, or it could be just a wild chase.
At this point, I don't think it's. I think it's reasonable to assume anybody could be connected with the Gruvat.
And this deceiver character, what is that? Who is that?
Oh, Natalia, you want to tell him? Tab looks over at you. Or you want me to tell him?
Well,
her. Sorry, her.
You're the one that's good at telling stories, it seems.
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna go. I'll not do full detail of Tab, but okay. Basically, Ephoros, Tab tells you this grandiose story of how he, Natalia, and Barry traversed through the desert for what felt like years, and made their way to a town
that was... Matt is just gonna like quietly make corrections,
right? Like just whispering, it was only a couple weeks, like a couple days. It felt like years going through the desert and getting their way up north into a town called Tahira, desperately in need of their services, their help. They saved the city from utter destruction by poisoned water, by going to Crescent Isle and speaking with the god Tyr, and inadvertently, apparently releasing a demigod or another god. He's not really sure. Called the Deceiver, and I don't know. I don't think Tab would give the full name. I think Tab would still be smart enough to just say the Deceiver.
It sounds better anyways.
It
Of course
does.
he's gonna
It really does. So Tab tells you that, yeah, we accidentally brought this lizard with us. We called it Lizzie. It was so cute. But it it stole the golden needle that was in the thing, and after it nearly blew Zock's arm off. And yeah, it disappeared. Don't know where it went, and yeah, so we kind of did that. Know a little bit about him. Oops.
Oh boy. That's a bit of a oopsie.
We have reason to believe there might be some connection between the Deceiver and the Gruvat.
Oh, yeah, that's
But we don't
right.
know.
Because you guys, we went and there was the tunnel and there was things at but you guys said that, right? To Tab?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Tab would tell, you'd be caught up on basically everything Zoc knows, but way over embellished. The statue underground was like 100 feet tall. It was a climb up almost a mountainous terrain. Nearly died 3 times, which is actually fairly accurate. But yeah, Tabs gives you this grandiose story of all this intertwining stuff. Ephiros.
Oh,
So we need to decide what we're doing now. We've learned the Gruvat are significantly more powerful than would certainly be preferable. They've, at this point, basically conquered an entire continent. Meanwhile, here we've got warring city-states that can't see past their disagreements with each other.
Well, it sounds like you guys are in quite a bit of pickle. I'm glad I'm staying here in Londa.
Oh, well, it sounds like you might be in for a bit of a pickle too here in Londa. So
I mean, I guess that's true. I'm sure we can work it out. I can convince anyone to do anything.
then you should be able to convince the person to what's his name, Dornarius, to not convincing other to sign the petition.
Well,
that's an idea.
Is he still in Rauthus? Because I could go. I'm sure I could convince them. Looking at Barry.
I didn't get much information.
Yeah. Oh, well, shoot. Well, if he's not in Rauthus, there's no point in me going. I guess I'll just gonna have to stay here. Tab
Sure,
seems
that's so
super hurt
disappointing.
about that.
That said, I did get one suggestion this morning. I was advised we might want to talk to, oh dear, what was the name again? Gramthor Needlebound of the Northgard.
Oh, Northgard. Yeah, there's a couple
was-
people here in Northgard.
I was told we could probably most likely find him in Tolkeg.
Oh.
Which would be another bit of a journey.
I mean, maybe. I wonder if they have what was it again? A teleportation circle?
I mean, if they have one up there, we'd need someone that knows it.
I mean, we could always ask Tagoto. He's been around for a while. Or maybe, what's his face? Oh, I hate him. What's his name? He's like really working for it. Drakath. Freaking Drakath, man. Nyeriere. The highborn elf that was like really condescending to you guys, the Shrine of Horus. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's been around for a while too.
Right. I guess that's an option.
Yeah. I'm not talking to him. You guys have fun with that.
But the question is, I guess now, what is the 7 going to do? Are we going to continue trying to deal with the Gruvot issue? Are we going to travel to Routhis, I guess, is an option on the table? See what's going on there? What are we doing?
Let's go to the fight.
Evero's been just like a bounty hunter and just in for the thrill of it. But now it seems like there are some real sense of duty. So Evero also doesn't know. It's up to everyone. But I first think we should do the right thing to help the mass, the population.
What about you, Barry? Tab asks.
I guess we should ignore Ralph for now, seeing as it might be just a distraction.
Ooh, just like knife in the side is Barry saying it. All right. So I heard just for my clarity, because Nat just had to step away for a second. So
yeah.
You wanna do the stop the war? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, stopping the war with Everos is for that.
Okay. And Calvin, that was what you wanted to do too.
Fight.
He wants war.
He wants war. Okay. Yeah, fight.
I will end war by waging a war. It's okay.
There we go. There's the Calvin response.
Indubitably.
Yeah. We will get peace.
All right. Well,
by starting a
by
war.
Any means necessary.
We'll see. I love it. We'll see what Natalia says, but she's already outvoted. So, Tab's gonna look around at the table, and so, how do you plan to stop the war?
I mean,
Natalia's back. Natalia, are you also on board for stopping the war? You are muted.
The beatings will continue until morale has increased.
Yes.
I'm all for stopping a war, but what's the plan for that?
Yeah, that's what Tab just asked. So, how are you gonna stop it?
I mean, there is one way that I can think of.
Ooh, I love when Barry has ideas. They're always so good.
We're listening.
Remember that one person that we met, Nat, on the ship to, I think it was Halvany, right?
Yeah, on the way to Halvany.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
queen.
Yes.
Bruno did say they were the
The
bloodline.
rightful.
Yeah, the rightful people are basically royalty to have the
The
throne.
rightful heir of Karth. Yeah.
Yeah. We could try to convince them to take the throne and end this futile war. But it might not work. You know?
So are you proposing that the Seven become the official bodyguards of the possible rightful heir of the Carthian throne? Because that's what it'll take.
And then what?
We would be committing ourselves fully to that particular course.
And what happens next? What if they still refuse to, parlay?
That doesn't work.
What?
Yeah,
Also, what is the?
We just talked about the possibility this whole war is probably being instigated by the Gruvat.
Yeah, so
Then
hopefully
we kill the Gruvat.
Calvin, bang the table. Kill a Gruvat.
Gee, that almost sounds like something I was suggesting.
But how? We saw what they can do. They have a freaking big squid, tentacle, kraken thing.
Yeah. Even though their control over them seems to be somewhat tenuous.
Take 3 bolts,
Yeah.
3 arrows.
Yeah. Yeah, 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very tenuous. Up to 3 arrows.
For starters, it would be more information. We need to know. We have an idea where they're coming from, but we need to know what their activities look like, how much farther they've spread beyond just insert name of continent.
Right.
So,
the frozen north is
the frozen.
the frozen
Okay.
north.
Okay. I don't have a map in front of me.
It's
so.
fine. I don't have it on the map, so
Yeah. Okay.
I knew that was going to come up. The continent that they've conquered would be called the frozen north.
Okay.
First thing, at least we should inform them about the threat, even if we have very little proof.
Right.
We have to let them know, so when it inevitably come, they will know what's gonna come for them.
Well, to be fair, we have about 1,200 witnesses that something is going on in the frozen north right now. So,
I also have a Gruvat tentacle. Look at this.
well, we had a whole Gruvat body the last time, and that didn't do very much for us.
Oh,
To be fair, you didn't send it on to like Senhale or Karth. You gave it to the delegates of Londa.
The delegates of those nations.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, yes and no. They're delegates of Londa for
Wow.
Londa for those nations.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, what would the standard procedure be to get such proof to the leadership then?
Yeah, that's the question.
Let me rephrase that. What would the process look like that wouldn't look like an invasion/strike force trying to get at the leadership?
Yeah, that's the question.
how about pamphlet?
Well,
If we spread them
know-
enough, we at least can educate the people, so they will know what's gonna happen.
Tab kind of like looks around. I've known you guys for a while. I do actually have a contact that you could use in Karth to get at least information to the higher ups. Whether or not they do anything with it, that's up to them. But there's a man in a low, whispery voice. Goes by the name of Lazarus. He took me in when I was young, showed me the ropes, taught me how to finagle my way through things. He's very well connected. I could point you in his direction to Karth, but knowing what's happened, you guys would be silly to go back. At least, unless you had. Who was it that you say it was? The queen? The rightful queen? I don't know. If you guys were able to get her to him, I'm sure he could get her on the throne.
Zelina. Well, I do not remember how you pronounce that.
Mira Minitsar, I think? Something like that. I'm not looking at the name.
Yeah, Mira Minitsar. Yeah. Now that you've said it, yeah, okay, that's what it looks like. Yeah, but it's Zelina.
Yeah.
Zelina. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, he says, if that's the plan you want to take, I have a path for that.
The problem is, Zelina said in no uncertain terms that she would rather us stay away from her.
Well, sometimes things change.
Yeah. And it is highly suspicious to have a a squad to chase after a allegedly rightful ruler.
I mean, I've heard worse.
I only said it because
I'm sure you've spoken worse too, right?
Don't you judge me. What did you say, Barry?
I was gonna say you might have to do it because honestly, if this war is just a distraction so the Gruvot can just take over, it might be worth a shot at least to try it,
See if we can stop some bloodshed before both nations are too weak to deal with the Gruvot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that resignation sigh.
All right. So do we think Zelina is the best option for that? Go back.
I don't know much. I don't know much about politics, right? But if it somehow goes smoothly, right, we at least have someone that can hopefully end the war with Karth and Sinel, hopefully.
Well, there's definitely one way to do it. Like I said, I can get you in contact with Lazarus, and he should be able to take care of the rest, but it's definitely not going to be an easy task to get her on the throne.
No, definitely not.
Especially since I keep hearing tales of more and more guards flocking to Karth and Senhale, but, it's going to be tough to get you guys in unless you know someone.
Yeah. And at least a couple of us will have to do something about our appearances if we're heading back to Karth.
Oh, Liam, do we know who is currently in control of Karth and how powerful is that person?
If you're asking, you can ask Tav, and he keeps a pretty good ear to the ground. And asking Tav, he'd tell you that the name of the person in charge is Elron Getty.
I've heard this name before. It's the
You have.
general or something, right?
Yep, he was the general prior to the king's death.
Yeah.
It's
He was basically running the show when we were in Karth.
he was basically running the show while the king was still alive. Yeah.
How difficult is it to overthrow this Aaron?
It depends on, you know, what proof you have that she is the rightful heir. If it's just her word against his, there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do. But if she has paperwork or lineage documents of some kind, or, you know, some, I don't know. If she has some sort of proof that she can prove that she is the rightful heir, then, I mean, he'd almost be forced to step aside unless he wants to, like, fight to the death or something, which would be, I mean, not unheard of for Karth, but
Not unheard of for anybody. We
Right.
just got to deal with some of that.
Right. So, since you're asking, I will give you the names of the people who are leading Karth and Sinhale,
Okay.
since that's come up now. So the Elrond Getty is Karth, and Drimroth Artan is the one who runs
Sinhale.
the Resnald sect. So, yeah, Sinhale. All right. Well, sounds like you at least have a plan.
We have the bare bones of a plan. I don't know that it's full on planned yet.
I mean, it's kind of a.
It sounds like a good first step would be to head back to Halvany and see if we can talk to Zelina again.
I mean, there's no point in even talking to Zelina if you guys don't know anyone to get you into Karth. I can almost guarantee you they're gonna be guards all over the place.
There's no point in looking into anyone trying to get us into Karth if Zelina's not in.
Okay, well, fair point.
Or if she has no proof, or for whatever other reason that won't work.
Fair point. Fair point.
Do we even know if this Zarina wants to rule? She did run away.
She's at last meeting, she was very much inclined to staying unnoticed in Halvany.
There you go. Doesn't
So
sound like
it would take some pretty persuasive convincing to change her mind. Taff, I don't suppose you'd want to go with us this time?
Well, you know, I'm really, you know, I should be here in Londo.
Yeah.
he starts just like, you know, there's so much work to be done here.
Negotiator and mediator, anyways.
Yeah,
So.
he's like, there's so much work to be done here. I just, you know, I couldn't leave the city in its current state. There's just too many people to have to
Yeah, 'cause you're
mitigate.
doing so much work right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, yeah, I should probably be getting to the council.
You can probably expect to see us there before too long.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he'll get up and like scurry out. Let you guys decide what you want to do. Just for. Oh, actually, no, you're good. So, what are you all doing?
what are we doing?
Yeah,
That's the question.
this is the crossroads. What choice do you make?
Multiple different approaches we could take to this.
Mm-hmm. I like giving options.
Nat's gonna lean forward. My suggestion, just based on what everybody's been saying here, we go to Halvany and talk to Zelina on the off chance that she has some form of proof that she could present that she is the rightful heir to Karth. that would be a strong chance of ending this war before too much bloodshed happens. If that can work, I think it would be worth it to try and pursue that. If not, Halvany is at least north of here, and we can continue on north from there to get more information about the Gruvat.
I think I might know a way, guys, into Karth if they don't hate me.
What?
What?
You know when I told you the guards move in there, right? The ones where Ralph is? I know a person that's part of the guards now, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you got connection. Okay. That's always good. So, how high are you talking about this guard?
Probably not high enough, but probably enough to get us into Karth, I would say.
Someone that can leave a door open for us, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay, that could be helpful if we get to that point.
Yeah.
Quick question: why is it so difficult to get into a car?
Yeah, what happened?
I sort of killed the previous king.
We're involved.
Damn. I mean, I've seen
Damn.
you work, but damn.
I've done a few assassination job, but you take the cake.
To be clear,
So you kind of
was
started this
involved
war.
in the death. It's not exactly certain how directly you were the cause of his death.
No, Barry was pretty much the cause of his death. Barry's very aware of that.
I'm very certain of it, at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
My point is, you were delivering something that you didn't know exactly what it would do.
Actually,
Yeah, I think it was.
I actually did know what it did.
He just didn't know who it was for.
I just didn't know who it was for.
All right. Yeah. Barry killed the king.
Wow. Okay.
Possibly, but sure.
Amazing.
Okay.
And by extension, several others were caught up in the process and ended up here, of all places. Yeah. Calvin, you remember the story Tav was just telling about wandering through the desert?
It sounds treacherous. Kind of tuned out. Sorry. It's like, I heard desert.
I'll first be honest. Alfred was tuning out as well as. Sorry, Taff.
Oh, Tab's still here? Oh shit.
No, Tab's gone. Tab's gone.
That was our escape from the prison.
Huh. Wow. The 7, hey? Killed the king and then escaped from the prison.
No. The 7 were implicated in the killing of the king.
So you killed the king.
Only one person killed the king. Okay. Technically. And that might have not been me. Outside of this, okay? Remember, it might have not been me.
That's right.
Or it might have. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe it was.
Oh,
Dante.
that's okay. Then we have another lead, I guess. If we can find out whoever gave Barry that order to assassinate the king, we may be traced back to.
That's what I was saying.
I mean,
you were a tool. You were not the one that intended to kill the king.
This is true, but I still killed the king.
All right.
Barry,
let's
can you
stop saying
track?
that. We understand. Yes, it was by your hand that the final action took place that resulted in the king's death. But let's stop saying that.
So that was your intention, let's say so, to kill the king. But
were-
can you trace back?
manipulated into killing the
The,
king.
ol-
Can you
the
trace
only thing
back
I
to who?
remember, it was signed with a D.
Okay, regicide is impressive. Let's just give that to Barry.
Do you take order? Were you a freelancer, or do you have an agency that that you take order from?
Well, I was kind of a free agent for a while because I needed to pay off.
Oh, it's
Something.
really hard to track then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only thing I remember was the piece of paper that I was given just read D.
Deceiver.
That was before the Deceiver was released.
Or was it?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. No, you know nothing.
Man, I haven't been to Carthon forever. Is there a guy named Jerry? Is he still around, that little asshole?
I mean, Jerry is a common name. There's a Jerry in every town.
It's spelled Gher.
Yeah, you would know. You would know if you met this guy. You would know.
Oh, it's a special kind of Jerry. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is beautiful.
I'll bring him back.
That's fine. I'm good with it. You wait. He's gonna be your BBEG, like level 20 BBEG. He's gonna be there.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. We have so many things that we can possibly do.
Make a choice.
None of them seems solid.
Yep.
Why don't we speak to Tagoto? We need to go help him out anyways. Maybe he have a good idea.
Might have some suggestions.
Yeah, let's go speak to Tagoto.
Well, we don't have to make that choice right this second. So let's get more information.
Yeah. Let's talk to this Tagoto to
So,
see if he can advise us.
Perfect. All right. So this is a perfect time. I need to take the break to put the baby down, and then I'll come back, and we are gonna talk to Tagoto, and we're gonna figure out what you guys are gonna plan to do. Give you guys plenty of time to continue talking and thinking. If you come up with anything else, go through your notes, like go through all of that back history notes and see if there's anything that stands out. And yeah, we'll be back.
Okay.
This
I
is
would have no back history notes.
this is like a huge analysis paralysis here because
Yeah.
we don't have any solid.
One of the downsides of sandbox RPGs.
Yeah, we have too much control.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Fuck it all. Let's go find the Dawn of the Light or whatever the fuck these people are called.
What?
Hold on.
That's the first time I've heard this.
What?
No. Light of Mystics.
The Light of Mystics?
Yeah, they're the elves that created my weapon.
I forgot about that.
What's that gonna help us? How's that gonna help
Break a curse, and I
Sure,
can.
that's something we could do. God,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
something
know
we
how
can
pressing
do.
it is.
Come on, this weapon without maybe that extra little curse thing. Oh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, but who's to say we wouldn't get something with a worse curse?
I mean, I will.
Nothing at all.
I will bear that cross.
Or
I just
nothing at
realized-
all. It could be just a wild goose chase.
maybe, but it's us in motion.
Yeah, but us in motion would also be us heading to Halvany, or going to Karth, or Rauthus, or Tolkeg. There's a bunch of places we could go.
Why do you always got to bring logic into this?
Because someone has to.
Buzzkill. No.
I just realized something out of character. I could do something if I need to get in there into Karth. I just need to change my appearance, probably.
Right. Barry and Nat have the most
I mean, you
need
already
to
have
appearance a bit.
you already have like the hair.
Yeah, just purple hair doesn't really seem like it's necessarily enough. That's just eye catching, you know.
You know, we can like do some makeup. We can, do some, put some
You get a
something on your
very
face.
you get a very dirty look from Nat when you say makeup.
We can put some powder on your face, something, and you have different hair, and no one's gonna bat an eye. As for Barry, though, you have to be invisible or something, or
I
change it.
just need like a drastic makeover, and then I can handle something else.
I mean, I suppose we could always shave you.
I don't think that's gonna help because bugbears are not very popular, especially in Karth, right? So as soon as they see a bugbear, they're gonna turn on their alert and they're gonna look into it and they're gonna
Not
catch you.
necessarily. He was in Karth previously, and no one paid him enough mind, so much so that he was able to facilitate the death of the king.
Yeah, but that's what before he assassinated the king.
Uh,
Now I assume everyone is gonna look for a bugbear hanging around.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Yeah, your action may have unknowingly created some kind of racial profile for your bugbear's fellows.
Erase the eons of prejudice.
I mean, we had predators before. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Now every bugbear that wants to enter Karth has to have documents and pay 50 gold to get in.
Well, I can definitely at least try to acquire some documents for myself that isn't me, at least.
Okay.
Let's say off topic. Have you heard about one D&D?
Do what?
I said off topic. Have you heard about one D&D?
Yeah.
I shared the
What is that?
the link for that recently.
Oh, I missed it. I guess I haven't been getting like notifications. I just heard about it just recently, and like that's actually pretty exciting.
What is
Yeah,
that?
that's
It's
the new preview for the next update for 5th edition.
yeah.
They're trying to move away from editions altogether, which is why they're calling it one D&D. So yeah, they're doing a bunch of playtest material over the next year or so that they're trying to get a bunch of feedback on.
Like I think every race will get
Currently,
a feed.
it's origins that have been released right now, so like races, backgrounds, that kind of stuff. So, basically, what will be in the new edition of the Player's Handbook.
Got it.
Is what's going to be coming first. So we've got the first little bit, and then they're going to go into like classes and other stuff.
Like your race doesn't dictate your ability scores, like modifier stuff. Your background does now.
Yep. That's what they're looking at.
And like I think
I
every
like that.
race gets a feat, like a starting feat.
Right. To clarify, every race gets a first level feat. So there will be levels for feats. It's a far thing from variant human can have any feat in the game at level 1 to
Yeah.
every race can get a first level feat at level 1.
That alert, the alert
yeah.
sounds
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool.
I'll admit some of the first level feats they've got on there are pretty good.
And I think there's a loophole where you can actually stack that alert with the overall feat alert, so you get the +5.
As rules are currently written, that is correct, because
Yeah.
you can't stack magical effects with the same name, but there's nothing in the rules about feats with the same name.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, rules as written, you could stack them. In practice, no DM should ever let you do that.
DM
So,
not gonna do it.
yeah.
Oh, come on, there's a couple that are not game
And
breaking.
I mean that
Sure,
depends
they're
on
the
the
ones that
DM.
say repeatable.
Yeah, I like that. I like repeatable.
Yeah.
I was
mean,
watching that D&D short guy. He was talking about it. It was really cool.
gotcha. Yeah. But yeah. I'm not sure about everything that's in the document so far. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about the crits and the changes to that.
Yeah, I forget what that is, and then that just like it just gives advantage. Is that all it is?
No, that would be the rework for inspiration is what you're talking about there.
That's right.
No, the crits is they are testing the waters with auto success and auto fails on 20s and 1s. Which they're doing that because that's how a lot of tables play.
Right.
But not everyone likes that. You know.
Yeah, but then I guess the way it's like currently the rules are written will be that way, and then people can play the way how how everyone, a lot of DMs play it with 20s and 1s as auto succeeds and fails. It would reverse it, and on paper, the more popular way to do it is the rules is written. So it doesn't really change anything. It just streamlines it, I guess.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. And then I really don't know how I feel about the Ardlings.
That's the new race, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see like the information on paper kind of deal, because I've only heard people talk about it. I hadn't seen like the actual workout.
Oh, hang on. I have it downloaded.
Yeah, but I kind of like the whole idea of the starting feat, and the background is like what boosts you up. If they're going to get rid of it off of races, at least that's a pretty good way to do it. The way they're considering it.
Okay, I just put it in the D&D Unlimited channel.
Okay.
But no, as far as our plans at the moment, Nat's still going to insist trying to get into Karth without some means of changing things there is pointless. So we kind of need to have that lined up first before we try to look at getting into Karth.
What do we do in Karth again?
Well, currently we're talking about trying to get Zelina instated as the rightful ruler so that she can end the war with Sinhail. But there's a lot of moving parts to that.
But we go to Karth after we get to Selena, right?
That's what Nat is saying, yes. That there's no point trying to see how would we get into Karth if we don't have Zelina on board with the plan. Also, Nat is definitely going to emphasize we probably shouldn't talk about Zelina very much outside closed doors.
That's fair. I don't even know who you're talking about, so.
Let's keep it that way then. That said, I am curious what Togoto might say about trying to convince Zelina to overthrow what's his name?
Yeah, these Ardlings aren't that like I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool depending on what animal.
Elrengeti. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. To me, the way they're set up and described, the races to me need to have a certain visual flavor appeal to them.
Yeah.
And they're kind of trying to mix and match celestial with animalistic, and it kind of doesn't jive very well.
Yeah, but this could change
of it in the sense of like throughout D&D lore, there's been animalistic celestials and all that kind of stuff. Sure. It's still kind of a jarring flavor combination to me. So, especially when we've already got the ASMR as a celestial type race. So.
Right, and like the ASMR's flight is better too, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Angelic flight of this is not very
part
good.
of why they're not wanting to put the ASMR in the player's handbook. Sure. And also, to be fair, it's just one variant of the ASMR that actually has flight. So,
oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Are the ASMR in this?
No, the ASMR are not included in the Origins.
Oh, okay. I've been reworking Dre's. Like, if I ever play him again, I'll have him much better prepared than what he has been.
Gotcha.
And I decided to go with Astral Elf.
Oh.
At least so far. And I felt like...
What? Not tiefling? Dre is not a tiefling? What?
Yeah. My thing is, I kind of want to build Dre's once D&D 1 comes out. Then I can build him how I want to build him.
Okay.
But right now, like, if I were to play him at this current moment, I probably would change him to the Astral Elf because I feel like that might be fitting as well.
Okay. That's fair. All right.
Yeah. But he would also be a sorcerer. He'd be a necromantic sorcerer.
Not a
It's either
wizard?
that. No, he would also a necromancer, but a sorcerer.
Okay.
Yeah. I was debating on a sorcerer or blood hunter. I'm not sure yet.
Ugh,
I know
okay.
he's not going to be pure.
Not a pure necromancer.
Yeah, not a pure wizard is my
Okay.
thought. He would still be necromantic-y, like Blood Hunter would be almost necromantic in ways. Like it's
Certainly be
fitting.
argued that way, yes.
Yeah, it's fitting. So
Okay.
and if he went the sorcerer route, it would be shadow magic.
Yeah, that's still pretty good too.
Right. I really wish there was a blood magic type deal. Like
Well,
controlling sanguine
from
mage.
official content, you mean?
Yeah, and an official.
Gotcha.
Because I've seen others and I just never feel like they're built well.
Have you looked at the Critical Role ones?
I have not looked at the newest, like the new stuff, because I haven't. It's not on D&D Beyond, is
Right.
it?
Okay. No, it does
Yeah.
not. The Exandria Reborn book is not on D&D Beyond now.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But I know there's like a Blood Domain cleric in there.
Right.
I think there's a wizard oriented one too, but I don't recall specifically what it's called.
I'd like to see it if I ever get the chance. I'm sure it's on the internet somewhere, so but I'll
Yeah.
find.
Uh-huh.
Do 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 do.
Hello.
You're back. We hear you, but we don't see you. Oh, there you go.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Whew. I think we're just about back here, waiting on. Oh, gotta change that name back. Waiting on Epheros.
Eros.
Oh, that's fun. That changes the name. Cool. It changes the placement in Discord chat, changing the name.
Ah, okay.
I had to take some more meds too.
Gotcha.
It's just a head cold, but yeah. It's been a while since I've had a cold wearing a mask and not going anywhere.
Right.
Colds suck.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't get them. Like, I haven't had a cold or a flu in, God, I cannot remember. And like, so when I actually ever do get sick, I am out.
Yeah. It's usually how I am. I usually only get colds like before baby. I usually only get colds like maybe once a year, if that.
Yeah. I get
But
I
when
get
I get
sinus
sick,
infections.
yeah. When I get sick, man, I get sick. All right. Yeah, just waiting on. I think Epheros. Epheros, you back?
Oh, I'm back. I'm just muted. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
Cool.
All right, so we got everyone. I haven't heard Barry, but I'm assuming he's here.
Hello.
Oh, there he is. All right, we are officially back. All right, so sitting around this table, figuring out what you guys have, what you know and what you don't know, and sussing out your choices here. What have you guys decided that you are planning to do?
Talk to Go.
Okay, beautiful. You guys head to town, and just as a reminder, so I can, because I did make sure to prep all of Londa, because I never know what you guys are gonna freaking do. So I did prep as a reminder, kind of what to go to looks like for you guys. He is kind of a dark-skinned ish tiefling. Pretty old, but as you guys are aware, but he still looks pretty young.
Yeah.
Some sort of vampire, Dampier, something. Not sure exactly what he is, but yeah, he's old and he's looks like that. That's actually how he's dressed.
Okay. Cool.
So, as you guys make your way back to the town council, you can hear fuss and bustle in front of it. There's like tradition, a line out of it, which is to say that it's not a long line. It's just barely out the door, and you can kind of hear from inside shouting, like two sides fighting back and forth. He took my shovel. She took my, whatever. It seems to be the two factions fighting each other, bickering back and forth for the councils. Like, hey, we need this resolved. Then you can hear Tab's voice. He's like, calm down. All right, talking back and forth. You guys just like walk past the line.
Very carefully and courteously, not like pushing people out of the way.
Okay. Everyone else following Calvin?
Yeah.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse
Hey,
me, excuse me.
what are you doing cutting in line? You can't cut in line. Get back to the end of the
Oh.
line. Where are you going?
We aren't getting anyone in anyone's line. We're making our way through. Excuse us.
There's a few muffles, Natalia and Barry, as the two of you are walking past a couple of these. Is that the 7? That's only 2 of them. Is that the 7? That sort of deal. As you're making your way past.
Make way for
Yeah,
Prince
basically.
Ali.
And you have a bit of difficulty making your way through the door, Calvin, unless you're gonna force someone out of the way or like make a big deal out of yourselves. Everyone seems very testy in this line. This is not like the normal like, oh, I lost my pack of sheep. This is people literally fighting each other in the streets, going to the council for like remediation. They are angry in this line.
I'll look back at oh god, brain fart now. Nat. I'll look back at Nat. It's like, can you do anything about this? Like, we need to go, right? We need to go to Togodo.
Togodo. Natalia, we can't hear you if you're speaking. I see it lighting up.
Pop, 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 pop,
Yep.
pop. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see the pop, pop, up, pop.
Yep.
But then nothing's.
What about you, Barry? Are you bringing anything up?
It's like I just go like, excuse me, we have something important to tell the council members.
Oh yeah? And who are you to be cutting in line?
I am one of the members of the 7.
there's a few people like behind you. See, I told you. That sort of deal. And he's like, well, I don't know who the 7 is, but you're not getting in front of me. And the person in front of him's like, dude, no, move. You need to move for them. There's like a little interchange, like, what do you? And he's like, let them go. Trust me, you can't take them.
Look, Barry and Whisper be like, what the fuck did y'all do?
So you guys make your way into the hall where together.
Apparently, Tab has been sharing stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys make your way into the hall where you walk past a little more of the line. Again, people are like, what are you doing as you're walking past? Then you can hear fighting between two sides, and you would hear Tab's voice over everyone. It's like, all right, y'all, you need to calm your asses down. That sort of deal. And you make your way inside to see this deal. Do you guys like just interject yourself in the middle of what's going on, or do you wait for it to finish?
What about the sheep thing?
No, it's someone from the Nola town and someone from the Artok town, like bickering back and forth to each other. Like, he took my shovel. Well, she took my pickaxe, and she broke it and threw it on the ground, and that sort of deal. That's what they're fighting about, essentially.
And Togodo is like in the middle of this.
Togodo is just sitting here like this, with his fingers on his forehead, just like, oh, dear God. And Tab is doing all of the speaking right now. Like, y'all two calm down. If you don't get your crap in order, I'm gonna kick you both out of the
holding a
town.
broken shovel.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, then, knowing this kind of environment, I would assume, I'd probably like briskly walk over to Togodo and like bend over and try to whisper into his ears, like, "We need a moment, please." And he's probably, I wouldn't be shocked if he'd be like, "Fuck yes, let's go."
Basically, he's like, like almost as if he was like in his own little world. Like, yes, no problem. this way. And he gets up and like leads you guys back to another door. It's actually a fairly large facility. They don't use it for much other than council stuff, but there's another little offshoot, little almost like a library room, but there's no books. It's a little reading area. Table, large table, circular table, some chairs around it. And you guys are able to go in there with to go to like, come on, and get you inside. And as he closes the door, turns around. Oh, thank God. What do you want? Please tell me you have something better than, what was that? Shovels? Oh my God. What?
Well, we wanted your insight. What do you feel of the situation at current?
The current situation is that it sucks. I have not been in this situation for a long time, and I am getting flashbacks of the last time.
It's what would I think it's called? Shell shock. I think that's what you might have.
You know, whatever you want to call it, it still sucks. Now, you want my insight on what exactly?
Well, how's the war going?
Well,
We haven't exactly been.
The war is going great. The casualties are not.
Yeah. Kind of got that impression.
Yeah. From my understanding, the two sides are at each other's throats, destroying each other's cities, and points out case in point.
Sending their rejected people here.
Yeah. So, what happened in Olbak? Yeah, because no one's actually told him anything yet. I assume you like just lay it out. Yeah.
Yep. Armies have taken marched on the city. 3 separate armies.
Yeah.
Fortified by mind-controlled giants and a kraken.
And Calvin just interjects again. Group.
Calvin, what have I told you before about yelling for no reason?
Groovats are a reason to yell.
Tell
me I'm wrong.
Is he always like that?
Who, Calvin? Yes, he's always been like that. As long as I've known him. But I can't say you're not wrong. The fact that you all lost Olbak is unfortunate, to say the least. But not unexpected with the size of the army that you all apparently faced. So,
unfortunately, the fall of Olbak means the entire frozen north is presently under the control of the Gruvat, save Kelmoran itself, most likely.
I was afraid you were going to
that's probably only a matter of time.
Right.
Well,
because Kelmoran has its own issues that they're dealing with.
Right. It'll be real tough for them to get into Kelmoran anyway. It's pretty sealed.
Yeah.
Well, that is not good news. So,
slightly positive note, we have at least some positive interaction with the new king of Kelmoran. So, he's pledged assistance in the opportunity, should the opportunity to provide such arise.
Nat, show him the ore, the stone we
We'll get
found.
there. We'll get there.
Oh,
All right. Well, sounds like you all have had a exciting adventure, to say the least.
these people are a wild ride. I did not know what you were sending me to.
He just smiles.
I was trapped by a dragon.
Yeah, he just smiles at you and just looks. I told you.
Not, I didn't believe you.
Oh,
But also,
yeah, you were trapped by the dragon.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying, remind me, I have something to show you before we leave.
I hope it's good. You always do.
I don't
always give me great trinkets.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as you are going over everything, he's just kind of like sussing out the situation, kind of like nodding his head as you're telling the story, interjecting where he needs to. Oh great, you lost the city. He actually says you lost the city. Like that, he uses that sort of verbiage, like you were supposed to have saved everything, that sort of deal. Little downtrodden on you guys. That may have something to do with Tab's like buildup of you all. And kind of like looks around. I'm assuming you tell him about everything that happened with Luno, Vid, Zog.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. He kind of takes all that in stride. He does mention that he'll find this Grigio and make sure the body goes to where it needs to go. As one of his, he would make sure that happens.
No.
Okay.
So you chose the right thing there. If you wanted a Dampfire, that body was going to go missing for sure.
Oh, damn. I figured that would have been a bit much more honored. I was hoping. Asshole. He'll get.
He just didn't believe you. That's all it came down to. You didn't ever convince him.
Oh wow! I thought I did.
Okay, so as he takes all that in stride and like looks around.
So the long and short of it is, just based on everything we found and the timings, we're kind of the opinion this whole war between Karth and Sinhale might have been orchestrated by the Gruvat.
Well, if not by the Gruvat, then by someone probably along the same path as them.
Right.
I would tend to agree with you. That makes sense.
Which, in the short term, means probably one of the best things we can do is stop the war, because there has to be a reason they want those two countries fighting.
But so, if that's the plan, how do you plan to proceed?
Well, what do you think it would take?
Nothing short of a miracle, that's for sure. Knowing how inlaid with contempt both sides are for each other, you would have to find someone, at least on one side, that has no vie in this war, who would also be able to take ownership of the throne, I guess. I mean, like I said, nothing short of a miracle.
All right.
I'm assuming you don't mention Zelina to him.
Not by name yet, no.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide how much to say.
Does anyone else say anything at this point while Nat's thinking?
I don't remember. Did you talk about this person in front of me?
Yeah, you guys would have had that conversation.
And then specifically said we should avoid talking to her about talking about her outside closed doors.
Yeah.
So,
look, I might turn to you and be like, he could be trusted.
Yeah, I know.
You don't trust me at this point? I'm hurt,
It's
Natalia.
It's not that?
I mean, apparently it's a big thing. I'm not 100%. I'm not
We met someone on the way to
privy
Holiday.
on it.
Oh, you did? And who might this someone be?
With the name. Oh gosh, now I gotta look at the name
Yeah,
again.
I'll just tell you. Zelina Miraminitsar.
There it is. Would the name Zelina Miraminitsar mean anything to you?
Zelina doesn't, but the name Miraminitsar does. It was a past royalty of Karth, long time ago. Are you saying that you have found an actual heir to the Karthian throne?
Potentially. I don't know what sort of proof they might have, but they certainly seem to be taking every precaution to keep themselves hidden.
Well, that's usually a good sign.
That's the only reason I'm hesitant to bring them up at all. Was there was a bit of a promise made to keep out of their business.
Well,
They're, at least last we knew, hiding out in Holony.
well, it sounds like you all have the first start of your miracle. If they are truly an heir, there hasn't been a Miraminitsar on the throne for centuries. They would have no vie on the throne, or in the war.
In the war, for sure.
Yeah.
The question is, would they have buy-in from the people of Karth?
I would imagine that the outskirts of Karth would be very willing to assist in such an endeavor. And if you
This is what I want to come to you from insight.
Yeah,
You
an
have
an old
you have better
throwback.
skill on, yeah.
Sorry, an old throwback to Karth. If you remember, the outskirts are all the elves and dwarves that are basically outcasts of the city. The city itself is like interior, all human, essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The elves and dwarves were barred from entering the city itself,
Right.
which is why Nat was in the city alone when everything happened.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I'm aware of that.
So, you have a person who claims to have access to the throne. But what's your plan to get them there?
That's just it. We don't know yet. At the moment, we don't even know if they'd be willing to go.
Well, it sounds like that might be your first course of action.
Right. Would we be able to bring them here if they're agreeable? Would you even advise that?
You know, I think up until recently, I would have said yes. But there are so many people here from different cities. I'm not sure how safe it would be. They would have to stay very hidden.
Very low profile.
Very. I've heard rumors that there have been assassins sent here to Londa. Of course, City Guard is checking all of that out, but can't be too certain anymore. Not after what's already happened to the city.
What's happened so far?
Well, you guys already were the explosions. That's what he's referring to.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And now there's like 4 times the amount of people that were here prior.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Actually, it's more like 8 times the amount of people that were here prior now.
Londa itself was kind of small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
How's it going with the refugees overall?
not
I imagine things are a bit crowded.
yeah, not great. The two sides are always fighting each other. As far as Londa being a neutral territory, it doesn't feel neutral anymore. Barry, you were saying something. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, if we do somehow manage to convince this person, right? I might know of a way to get into Karth.
Well,
I might need your help though, because we're gonna make documents for a person, right?
ah, I think you and I can
For
come to some sort of an arrangement for documents.
yeah.
I think I might know a guy.
However, we first gotta make sure we can convince them.
Yes, that is the first step.
And if we can't?
If you can't, then I don't know what to tell you. Your guess is as good as mine in stopping this war. Last time, the gods themselves had to come down to stop the war.
Yeah.
Then it shouldn't be too hard for us.
And there he is again. Welcome back, Calvin.
On the way here, I first thought of another way. There was this Donarius. He might not be directly involved, but he is a highly suspicious character that if we investigate, we might find some dirt on him.
Just for clarity, have you guys told him that Londa is like someone's working on removing Londa from neutrality?
Nat was getting to asking about that.
Okay. Yeah. So I actually like this turn of events. So Ephiros, you tell him that, and he's like, "What do you mean? Is someone what? Why is he important?"
Oh, Barry, you want to elaborate on that one again?
Yeah, I think Barry's the best to tell this one.
I have a friend who used to live in Ralphus, and before she left, right, this guy took over and overthrew the guild that was there, that was controlling the town, and then made a petition to make or try to force Londa to pick a side, basically.
I'm sorry. What?
Yes, they made a petition so that Londa has to pick a side in the war.
Well, that is not good at all. If there is no neutral ground, there will be nothing left if this war goes on.
This is why I kind of suggest, the person earlier named.
Who told you this information?
Well, Luno told us before he passed away.
About
What?
They were Yeah,
Very-
I think, right? Luno told us?
No, Sora just told you about the petition stuff.
No. Oh, wait, the petition? I thought you meant the other person, that's why.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry. No, yeah. He was asking about who told you about this petition thing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
more sense because the last thing I said was the other person.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'll be like, my friend named Sora.
Does this Sora have a last name? Oh, I'm gonna get you too.
Let me go.
Yeah, let's see if we can find it.
Oh boy.
Let me read that last name. I don't think I can say it honestly. I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably will mess it up.
Oh man. Oh, and I still haven't put it in my notes. Are you serious? What is going on with me?
I don't know.
Okay, give me a second.
Sora Ben.
It's like Ben Beer snacks or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beckham Zero Snack.
Yeah, good enough. Yeah. So, he's like, I will send for her and see if I can get more information. This is very troubling indeed. Londa has always been neutral, and it needs to be neutral. All the cities have agreed to this. If Londa has to decide to pick a side, there will be fighting in almost every city to try to get Londa to pick a side. It will, in fact, cause its own civil war, more than likely.
If neutrality fails
Mm-hmm.
or is cancelled.
Right. Rescinded, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So, that is also a problem. Epheros, was it? Thank you for enlightening me on this situation.
Oh, it wasn't Everos, it was Barry. So should we intervene?
By all means, yes. I will see what I can do to delay a petition. You said Routhus signed it?
Yep.
He's like looking around the room almost dumbfounded and like looks over and tells everyone. Routhus is almost as neutral as Londa has always been. Routhus is basically the only other city to almost never pick a side.
I guess I should inform you that this is a he wasn't born in Ralphus.
Yeah.
He just came out of nowhere and then took the people and became basically the leader there.
Which is one of the reasons we're somewhat suspicious.
He's like, you can
This
tell
would
the
be
recognition
example.
on his face when you tell him how this person came into power and what he's doing. Well, that sounds exactly like someone I know. Someone you all know.
I'm guessing you're referring to the secret.
D-Man!
It's very possible that this person is who we all think it is. The problem is, you'll probably never find him. I would be surprised, since I assume he's already accomplished his mission in Rauthus, that he's still there.
I know he moved the guards to Karth.
It's possible he went to Karth, but he is very good at deception.
Yeah, He also have a D in his name, so it's definitely him, right? He's playing with us.
I will say the name Gosbane does have a bit of a ring to it. He did like playing with words. God's Bane.
Uh-huh. Ooh, spicy.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, clever. Clever.
It does sound like him. I don't know what you all can do about that, but I still think the best course is to stop the war. If you can stop the war, then you can track down any other disruptions much easier.
Right.
We have to unite everyone to fight the Gruvat.
Yes. Yes.
That
you
would
do.
be a very nice outcome, yes.
He kind of like looks over, yeah, yes, you do. No one else is doing it. It is, how do I say this? All up to you. No one else is looking into this. No one else seems concerned about this. But it is a catastrophe waiting to happen.
Could say on the horizon.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Catastrophe on the horizon.
All right.
It's got a nice ring to it, don't you say?
Then I guess we're making for Halvany.
Sorry, what?
Then I guess we're making for Halvany.
Well,
I think I've heard stories about this place.
he looks over at you. If it's from Tav, don't believe anything he says.
No, I found this weird rock. It's got a recording on it. It feels. I haven't figured out how to open it yet, but it just says on the outside is one night at Halvany.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, God.
Love it.
Okay.
He looks at it like for a second and like holds out his hand, and if you give it to him, he'll like turn it on for you.
No, I'm gonna hold on to it, and I need to figure it out on my own. I can figure this out.
Very well, very well. So, you all are heading to Halvany. Back to Halvany. When do you all plan to head out?
Sooner than later. I definitely want to get moving on this. The longer the war goes on, the more it benefits whoever's trying to instigate it.
Agreed. And to that end, I know I'm going to regret this. Feel free to use the teleportation circle in my house again to get there. There's no reason to take 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get there.
Right. We have the notes for the circle in Halvany.
Uh-huh. He actually also has them, and he will readily offer them to you.
All right.
Do we have a way to come back?
Talking about that, another question for you. It was suggested to me.
Before you ask
okay.
that,
Okay.
You asked if there's another way to come back.
Like, would we have a way to come back? Yeah.
He's basically giving you access to his portal. As long as the runes.
But can we cast it? That was my thing. I didn't know we could cast or open it ourselves.
One of you can. I know for a fact.
Okay.
But to that end, sorry. Go ahead. Yes, and then go ahead, Natalia. Or did we lose Natalia?
No, I thought someone else was saying something first. Nope. You said go ahead and then.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's you. Go ahead.
Gotcha. Okay. It was suggested to me that we speak with someone in Polkeg about possibly getting more information on the Gruvat.
I assume this is about the Northgard.
Correct.
Would not be a bad idea to get them involved. They are widespread, well known, generally liked. Having them at your back would grant you probably some favors in cities you may not get. Getting them to back you might be difficult. I'm assuming you still have proof of Gruvat.
What do we know about the Northgard at this point?
So they are for as an organization, you guys would actually be aware of the Northgard. They are a well-known organization. Basically do-gooders. They're not necessarily secret, but they operate in most cities. Most cities have a Northgard sect somewhere in them. They do operate kind of in secret, but what they do is not secret, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, they're fairly well known and generally liked for the most part.
Why have we not met any yet?
Because you haven't been looking for them yet.
That's fair. Okay. I mean, Olbeck didn't have any?
Actually,
they haven't
no.
been looking for us yet.
Yeah, that too. Actually, no, Olbeck did not have any. Olbeck is actually very secluded from the outside world.
Okay. All right.
Tagoto, while we're all talking about all this, have you heard of the Light of the Mystics or Light of Mystics?
He gives you this squint eye that you have not seen for over a century. It just looks at you almost like a death glare. What do you need to know of them?
Oh, I don't like the look of that. So I'll spin around and show him and point using my thumb, point at it, like, you see this interesting weapon I have here?
I do. I was gonna let it slide.
Slide. So
Thirst.
yeah.
If I remember the name correctly.
Hey, so you do know about this item here?
Yes, he does. Yes.
So I thought maybe I'd look for these people and see if they'll lift whatever craziness is on this thing.
He looks at you still just death glaring. Don't. That's all he says. Now, you wanted to, he moves directly on. Just don't contact him, don't try to find him, that sort of deal. And he's already.
And I'm over here just but I. Okay, and then under my breath, really, really, really low, I'm I'm gonna find them anyways.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He seems to have information. You have to work real hard to get that out of him. He apparently does not like them.
Fair.
Yes to all of that information, and then I think someone was asking a question to him. Sorry.
Yeah, about Tolkeg.
Yes. Would you ask?
Would you happen to have similar means of expediting a trip to Tolkeg?
It's been a long time. I can look in my book and see. Can't say I've ever been there myself, but I did keep tabs on different locations. Give me some time to look. I may have that.
Oh. We'll need some time to go to Halvany and back at least. So.
Fair. That's plenty of time.
All right.
Well, This has been informative. Unfortunately, not for the better.
Better to know it than not know it.
Got a break.
If you say so, Natalia. Looking at
Would you rather be surprised by the petition getting completed?
True. True. Does anyone have any other questions for me? I feel like I hear Tav calling my name again. Please say yes.
So who's gonna win? The shovel or the pickaxe?
God, I hope they're not still out there.
Do you not have any magic practitioners here that can mend things like that? Is that seriously so much of an issue as broken tools?
It's not so much the broken tools, more of
It's the principle.
the fact of who broke them. Politics. You get it.
No, I don't, but I'll leave that to you.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone in this group actually gets the politics of it. But I think, honestly, Barry's probably the only one who may have an inkling of any sort of political nonsense. I take that back.
That's not something she just doesn't care for it.
Oh, okay. I take that back, actually. Calvin has very deep understanding of politics.
Right, and like he's
best,
like, no, this is fucking stupid.
Yep, basically. All right, so with that, just as a general, no one has anything else question-wise?
Not that I can think of.
Not that I can think of at the moment, no.
Okay, cool. With that, he's like, God damn it. And he's like, I'm coming! And opens the door.
I mean, you could tell me about the Light of the Mystics.
He just gives you the middle finger as he walks away.
But I would stop. You can come back.
Just holding it out.
Oh.
Like the entire walk.
I shall find out.
Challenge accepted. All right. So from here, where are you guys going?
The game is afoot.
All right. I suggest we take the day to prepare, stock up, do whatever we need to do here in Londa, and either tonight or first thing in the morning, take the teleportation portal to Howlany.
Okay. I don't have any. Everest doesn't have anything to prepare. Us ready.
Everest ready.
Get some rations, food.
Actually, it's a magic shop around. Everest like to look around.
Oh.
Well, there's Tiny Tina's.
Yeah, there is.
Although Esperos doesn't have any money.
That's right. That's right.
I mean,
But looking around, browsing is fun.
I mean, I can. If it's within reason, I'll try to purchase for you.
Aww.
I'd like to check out this Tiny Tina's.
Calvin, you would already be aware of Tiny Tina's. If you
I know I would, but
yeah, he's
you're
playing
right.
it. I got it.
That's a cute name for a shop.
It is beautiful. All right. So, Oddball Oddities is the name of the shop.
Yep. Tiny Tina's Oddball Oddities.
Yep. All right. So from here, where do you all head?
Tiny Tina's Oddball Oddities.
Cool.
Tina's Wonderland.
Tina's Wonderland. All right, let's go. All right. So you guys head out of the room, out of the hall, down the hall. There's still bickering, fighting from behind you. You guys make your way out, and as you guys are making your way out, you recognize someone almost immediately. Where's my? You recognize Helga Nautry from Olbak, one of the council members, standing in the line. And as you as you pass, she like, hey, wait, hold, and like
Helga.
gets out of the line, and comes over to you all. Hey, I meant to thank you. I know I wasn't overly nice to you all when you were in Olbak helping us, but I did want to thank you. And and she like it takes her a moment. She's wearing like this long trench coat sort of deal. It's like going through a whole bunch of different pockets, and all of a sudden you hear this like noise, and she pulls out this large bag, like showing it only to you all. Look, we Barnaby and I, we agreed that if we were to run across you again, we would give this to you as payment for your assistance. Here. And she like with no other words, she just like shoves it over to you. It's a little large bag of coin.
Wait, Helga? Who's this
Oh
person?
yeah.
Helga.
Is her one of the council member?
Yeah.
I thought she died.
No.
No.
Helga from
Olbak,
Olbak.
not Londa.
Not Londa.
Oh. Okay.
Londa's death was Hilda.
Okay.
Another H name.
At least they're not K's.
Females with the H, males with the K's.
I have a type. Anyway, so she hands over this large sack of coins, and as you guys go through it, it is pretty darn close to 9,000 gold.
Oh.
It is in fact specifically 8,563 gold. You know, to make the math easy.
Thanks.
Who's recording that? Can we have like a channel on Discord for the group fund?
Yeah, right. So 8,563 gold. That is roughly 2147, I think, for each of you. 46. Let me count. Divided by 4. 2140. So everyone gets 2140 gold. One person gets 2141. Sorry. Everyone gets 2130. Whatever. I'll just say it. I'm not going back. There's one extra coin in there. That was miscounted before.
Okay.
So we'll just say for ease, everyone gets 2141 gold.
Okay.
So Epheros, you have gold now.
Money. Wow, Frost never received so much money.
All right. Let's go shopping, guys.
Oh shit, there's the thing. What is it? There was a thing that Zoc pay like half. It's something like anti-magic something that Zoc paid like 2,000 gold.
Oh man.
Where the hell is it? Where is my note? My note is not organized. I don't know where it is.
Take your time and keep looking. I don't have it in my notes either, so I hope that you can find it because I don't know. I don't remember what you're talking about.
Oh no, poor Nat has to pay the debt of his her former teammate.
Oh man.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nat doesn't know anything about Zoc's debts.
That's right.
There are no debts.
Oh man.
Yeah, I noticed now I don't know what magically I would get, like, because I have armor and I have a weapon, and now I don't know what to do. I'll have to find me, like, some fancy, neat...
You're better than that.
Neat items. Well, I need other weapons, which is fair. I have to find other weapons. But let's see what fun gadgets and gizmos this Tina has.
All right. Well, we'll see here in a second. Let me see if I can. Can I actually do this?
I wonder if she has her normal game of bunkers and badasses.
Okay.
Whoa! Now we can't be throwing. What's the
Inception into it.
trademarked names around
Yeah,
here.
no trademark stuff.
Oh, that's
Annoying, but
So-
yes,
It's just
that's
screen,
true.
remember?
not affiliated.
That's fair. That's fair.
I found a note. It is her dispelling orb that she has in her shop, and then Zoc said like, okay, I want something like that, and paid her 300 gold for her to work on it, and she said it's gonna be done in a few months.
Oh, you gave her a glowstone, right? You wanted her to
No, I didn't give her anything.
dispel.
She has, yeah, like when Zoc get in there, he can't cast magics. So he asked her, and she said that she has a dispelling orb, like anti-magic field in her shop.
Oh, okay.
And then Zoc wants it, so he pays her 300 gold piece to work on it, and then pay the rest when she finished.
Okay.
But I didn't get, because I think you didn't give me a full price.
No, I didn't. So you paid 300 because you wanted it, and you didn't actually get the full price.
Yeah, I paid her 300 to work on it because she don't have it yet.
Gotcha.
And then she
Okay.
says she's gonna be done in a few months, and then Zoc can pick it up then. And
Okay,
then
so
pay.
yeah, like you paid her to like build you one so that you could actually buy it. Is that what I'm?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
like
That's
yeah,
what,
like
okay.
pay.
That's what, okay. Whew. Okay. I thought you like pay. I thought I gave you like this ridiculous item for 300 gold, and I was like, what? Okay. That makes me feel a little better. All right. Sorry. Just.
Damn it! I should have lied.
Yeah. We never asked Dakota about the ore / stone
Oh,
that we
yeah,
found.
we did. And I said we were going to ask about that.
Yeah.
Dadgummit.
We can do it retroactively. What would you want to ask?
If you know anything about it.
From the oh gosh, what were they called? Down by the void, by the pit.
Those stones.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't know anything about them.
Damn.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Maybe if we find someone who can fashion jewelry or something,
Glad I could
we
help.
can make some amulets or rings or something.
Maybe. Okay.
Well, Glamora's here in town.
Yep.
Oh.
Take a guess who's been making those things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I finally was able to get this freaking thing, so let me see if I can. There we go. All right, now here's the question: can I do it in here? Will Discord let me? Okay, you'll have to click on the picture. This is the extra stuff that's in there now.
Oh, it won't let me zoom in.
Ooh.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, let me.
I can do it on my phone, I think.
I can post the stuff here.
Okay. I see a couple of things. That is so hilarious to see something that's legendary for 400 gold.
I honestly didn't even look at that. What is it?
Oil of slippery.
Sovereign blue.
Well, right. It's
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah. Nope. That checks out. So those are the items that are listed in the store here. There are some very, very nice items in here. She has really worked up her store. On top of that, she still has not gotten rid of these items here. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if you can see that. A potion of clairvoyance for 300. bullet ammunitions for the Krasa, the gun that's there, and the Ring of Warmth for 5,000 gold, and +2 adamantine armor.
Ooh, adamantine armor?
For almost 13 grand.
Boy. Wait, Ring of Warmth 5,000?
What does that do?
Yep. Gives you resistance to cold, and allows
right.
you. Yeah,
Right. Yeah,
that's the big thing.
It's resistance. Yeah.
It gives you resistance to cold, and basically keeps you warm in the dead of winter if you didn't have any clothes on.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's actually a really powerful ring.
Yeah.
Which is why
It's just so expensive.
That's actually thinking about that, considering we're talking about Topeg.
Yep.
Do you have a link for the Vicious Warhammer?
I do not.
That's a good question.
Do you need like a link to like?
Hang on. I want
So I can see the stats about it.
I mean, it's a war. So, a vicious weapon is when you roll a nat 20 or a 20 on your attack roll with the weapon. The target takes an extra 7 damage of that weapon's type.
There you go.
Okay, cool. So, what kind of damage is a Warhammer?
Warhammer's bludgeoning.
Wait, is the anti-magic orb not on the list?
Sorry, that's separate. So you have to ask her about that. This is
I don't know that.
And you don't know it.
Yeah.
No one knows it. Only Zoc knows it.
Okay. Well, then we'll play it differently. Give me a second here. Let me get the Warhammer stats for you.
Yeah, I was about to pull it up, I think.
Why is it
it's
not
okay.
have? I don't.
Warhammer. Sorry, it's a 1d8
Yeah, there we
bludgeoning.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I see it here. I can look at it.
So as you guys,
it's a bludgeoning longsword.
As you guys make your way into the shop, there's a little bell above the door. As you make your way inside, and you are greeted by a short but fiery young teen girl. Goes by the name of Tina, Tiny Tina. Her shop of oddball oddities. Hey! Oh, well, welcome back, Natalia. Barry, yeah. Have you guys found the group? Look, I'm so excited. You guys are. Yeah, no, she's still crazy. If it's not one thing, it's another. She was at least right about the last one. As you guys are like coming in and looking around, you guys coming back to buy more stuff? I mean, I got some really good stuff.
We're taking a look. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, where's the little the dragon guy? The little what was his name? Oh, Zebu, Zibaz. Oh,
Zebu.